All right. आवाज आ रही है मेरी? देखो, हमने लास्ट जो है we did motion and in those topics we discussed के किस तरह object जो है it accelerates, decelerates, how does its speed changes, right? Now the next topic is weight and mass. अब देखो यहाँ पर लिखा हुआ है you have to basically memorize this and वो पूछेगा in the exam that you have to know what is mass. So whenever he tells you in the exam that you have to state what is mass, so you will write mass is the measure of quantity of a matter in an object at rest relative to the observer. Now this is the definition. ये 1 mark के लिए this will be asked in the exam, right? ये paper 2 में भी paper 1 में भी आ सकता है. Now क्योंकि देखो obviously if you look at any mass उसके अंदर atoms होते हैं, right? The atoms are fixed together. अब mass तो liquid का भी होता है, gas का भी होता है, so this is not generic to solids. So basically paper में you will be asked to simply utilize the concept of mass के definition पूछेगा simply लिखने के लिए. And again आपको ये भी आपसे ये भी पूछा जा सकता है inertia के लिहाज से. Inertia is basically a property of a mass which resists the changes to its motion. या rest पर होगा तो उसको resist करेगा, and if it is in motion, so it will resist the change. So the mass of an object resists change from its states or rest on motion. So this is the another definition of mass. This is related to inertia. This is related to inertia. ठीक है? So he can tell you in the exam that you have to explain mass in terms of inertia. So you will have to write it like this. Okay. Now, there are differences between weights and mass. Okay. वो कहते हैं know that weights and therefore masses may be compared using beam balance and equal arm balance. देखो ये जो beam balance होता है ना, beam balance is like this. Basically यहाँ पर अगर मैं इस तरह करूँ, this is a rod and this is pivoted at center. यहाँ पर there are two bodies attached like this, and there is another body attached like this. Right? Now you place a known mass over here and there is an unknown mass over here. Now the thing is, if there is a change in mass, let's suppose if this is heavy and this is light, so this will fall down, right? And if this is heavy and this is light, this side will fall down. And what happens if both sides have equal masses? If this is the case, this will be in equilibrium. I hope you're familiar what is equilibrium. So if masses are equal, this is known as beam balance. The beam balance fixes itself in an equilibrium position. Now there is another aspect. If this is being balanced, we can say if these objects over here and the total weight on the right side, this is the right side, this is the left side. The weight on the left side and the weight on the right side, it is equal. So he has tell you, okay, you should know that weights and therefore masses. So what is a weight? Now, if I say this is an irregular stone, this is a stone, right? It weighs stone of mass 5 kg, right? Now, if this is placed, if this stone, it is placed inside the Earth's magnetic field, the weight of the stone will be always to downwards or towards the Earth, right? It's towards the center of the Earth. But in your exam, you will be asked to draw what type of force weight is, and you have to draw it with the arrow. So अगर arrow के मदद से draw करना है, so you will have to pinpoint what is the center of gravity. वो अगले topics में पढ़ोगे. Now this is the idea of weight. Now weight, this arrow is denoting that this is a force. There is a force which is pulling the mass downwards, and that force is known as weight. Weight is a type of force, right? So weight, it is basically the product of mass and acceleration due to gravity. Now the Earth's acceleration due to gravity is 9.81 meters per second square. We equate this to 10 also, right? In O levels, आपको अगर 10 use करना, you can use that. It's written in the exam, but the actual value is 9.81. Now, if I have to figure out what is the weight of this stone, I will have to use this formula. Weight is equals to mass into acceleration due to gravity, right? Now this, if I have to find the weight of this stone on Earth, I will use this formula, but I have to use this value, which is given for the Earth. Now, mass, weight, it is the product of mass and the acceleration due to gravity. Mass should always be in kg, right? So this is 5, and the acceleration of acceleration due to gravity at Earth is 10, right? Okay, let me do this again. Now this weight comes out to be 50 newtons. Now the stone, it has 50 Newton force that is pulling it downwards. but if I change this, if I bring this stone, and if I take this stone to the moon, right? If I take this stone to the moon, what happens then? Will the mass change? If I take this stone to the moon, will its mass change? Anyone? कोई बता सकता है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mass will change. You're saying its mass will change.
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else who will negate from this thing, or कोई और कहना चाहेगा? So Ariba is right. Mass cannot change. Weight depends upon the acceleration due to gravity, and the acceleration, this acceleration due to gravity, is due to the gravitational pull of the planet. जो अर्थ की acceleration due to gravity है ना, अर्थ की, अगर मैं Earth's G लिखूं, it's 9.8 meters per second square. Now if I write moon's, moon की acceleration due to gravity 9.81 नहीं है, because अब ये O levels की domain से बाहर है, you just understand this कि due to but there's a different there, every planet has its different G, right? So Earth has a G of 9.81. When an object is in a gravitational field of Earth, it will experience this much acceleration. Now if we are on moon इतनी acceleration नहीं दे सकता किसी object को. Moon has a different G, the acceleration due to gravity, and that is almost equivalent to 1.5. This is approximate, this is not exact. It can be different, like 1.3 or whatever, but I will write this as approximate, right? So if you take this stone to the moon, तो जो उसके अंदर mass, जो matter है, it hasn't changed. So mass will not change right? But its weight will be different, because if we look at the formula of weight, the formula of weight is, I will use this formula. This is on Earth. So, okay, right. I will write this is on Earth. And if I have to use this 5 kg as weight, and the acceleration of free fall on moon, that is 1.5. So if I multiply, okay, I will make it simple. Let's make it 2. The acceleration of free fall at moon is 2. ठीक है, ये 2 से कम होती है, but I'm just approximating. So the weight of the stone at moon will be 10 newtons, right? So the thing is, you have to understand that weight depends upon the acceleration due to gravity, and the acceleration due to gravity is dependent upon the size of the planet. Now, moon has a different size, sun has a different size, earth has a different size. Obviously, all planets have different sizes. So that is why it's g, the acceleration due to gravity, is different. So इसलिए यहाँ पर ये है. So if you weigh 60 newtons on earth, and if you go to moon, so you will experience less weight. So इसीलिए when you if you have seen some videos, people jumping on the moon, वो इसलिए jump कर सकते हैं moon पे, because their body they have less force that is pulling them downwards. इसलिए वो थोड़ी देर jump करते हैं, ऊपर रहते हैं थोड़ी देर के लिए, और फिर नीचे आते हैं थोड़ी देर बाद. Lekin on earth, if you jump, you come back very quickly, because the acceleration due to gravity on earth is greater. Now, has anyone seen Marvel movies? या मतलब आपने देखा हो Superman के उस पे देखी? Has anyone seen any movie in which there is Superman? Right. So, देखो, Superman, I'll tell you some history about Superman. देखो, Superman was, if you have watched Man of Steel, उसमें Superman की थोड़ी सी history बताई है. वो क्रिप्टॉन पर उसकी बर्थ होती है. नाउ क्रिप्टॉन एक ऐसा प्लैनेट है, not because this is friction, right? So, but there is science on it. So science ये है कि Krypton has uh, uh, an acceleration due to gravity that is 100 times the size of Earth. अगर G की वैल्यू अर्थ पर 10 है, तो क्रिप्टॉन पे 1000 है. तो when Superman comes on Earth, उसकी बॉडी जो है वो ज्यादा फोर्स बर्दाश्त कर सकती है. अर्थ पे फोर्स कम है जो उसे नीचे पुल कर रही है, तो वो जंप कर सकता है इसीलिए. तो वो इसलिए हमें लगता है वो उड़ रहा है. वो बेसिकली ग्रेविटी के अगेंस्ट फोर्स लगा सकता है, इसलिए वो जंप कर सकता है बहुत लंबी. सिमिलरली अगर आप भी मून पे चले जाओ, इफ यू जंप ऑन अ मून, आप बहुत देर बाद आप ऊपर जाओगे, लेकिन बहुत देर बाद नीचे आओगे, राइट? क्योंकि देयर इज लेस फोर्स दैट इज पुलिंग यू डाउनवर्ड्स. इसी तरह वहां पर भी है, राइट? सो वेट फॉर एनी ऑब्जेक्ट, कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट हो, एनी ऑब्जेक्ट, मतलब मैं अगर इफ दिस इज अ स्ट्रीट and if I try to this is, let's suppose this is a car, okay, this is a cart, and the cart, इसका जो weight होगा that is in this direction. ये this is weight. याद रखिएगा, weight is always downwards, बिल्कुल सीधा होता है, downwards, like this. तो ये जो beam balance है, if it has equal mass on the left hand side and right hand side and it is balanced, तो इसका मतलब है जितना वेट यहाँ पर है, मैं यहाँ ड्रॉ कर देता हूँ. देखो, this is balanced, right? This is balanced. Now if this is balanced, इसका मतलब है कि जो मेरा लेफ्ट हैंड साइड है, इसमें भी mass equal है, इसका भी mass equal है, right? If this is the case, यहाँ A और B, if it is balanced, It means mass of A, it is equal to mass of B. Now, because these two objects, they are lying inside the Earth's gravitational field, तो जो इस पे mass पे जो force experience हो रही होगी, that is downwards, तो वो equal weight की होगी, क्योंकि देखो इसका weight of A भी equal होगा, क्योंकि mass equal है ना, G तो बदला ही नहीं दोनों का, A और B के लिए तो same है, ठीक है? So this is what you have to understand. किसी का कोई सवाल अभी तक? Any questions up till now? No question?
No, sir.
All right. Now, he's asking you describe how to determine mass using electronic balance. Now, देखो, this is basically utilized in chemistry as well. Now, electronic balance ये होता है कि यहाँ पर इस तरह की एक shape होती है, right? ये इस तरह की एक shape है, और let's suppose if I put some object over here. Now the thing is, if I have to basically so for electronic balance, if I have to find out what is this mass, ये A object है. If I have to figure out what is the mass of A, it's very simple. ठीक है? What you have to do, यहाँ पर एक ये digits check करते हैं. मतलब this is basically 0.00 grams. यहाँ इस तरह लिखा होता है. Grams जरूरी नहीं है लिखा हो. Now, to figure out the mass of A, the steps you have to follow is you have to check for zero error. Zero error क्या है? Can anyone tell me? What is a zero error? कोई बता सकता है? What is a zero error? Okay, zero error is basically like if you have to place this object on this electronic balance, you have to check कि ये zero है यहाँ पर या नहीं है. No, it's related to accuracy, but it is not right to say that this is accurate. No, zero error का मतलब है you have to check at the reading before placing anything on this electronic balance. You have to check कि ये zero है यहाँ पर या नहीं है. If there is no zero over here, you have to make it zero. Otherwise, answer गलत आएगा. Right? Now the next step is you have to basically place the object on the electronic balance, और उसके ऊपर कोई और चीज नहीं होनी चाहिए. Now electronic balance, जो electronic balance होता है, it measures mass, not weight, right? Because it is telling you how much quantity is present above me. ठीक है? So it doesn't measure weight, but ये जो balance, ये जो beam balance है, it measures mass as well as weight. लेकिन ये weight नहीं measure कर सकता. Okay, so this is very important. Now for the next part, ये हमने ये कर लिया. Now there is another thing, that is a force meter. Force meter जो है, it is basically used to measure weight only. अब जो force meter होता है, for force meter, I will draw this over here. A force meter is like a मतलब if anyone of you has gone to buy an animal on the Eid al-Azha festival, तो वहां पर वो एनिमल्स को इलेक्ट्रॉनिक बैलेंस पे या बीम बैलेंस पे तो नहीं खड़ा करते. they have a force, they have this type of force meter. वो उसका वेट बताता है, लेकिन वो उन्होंने कैलिब्रेट ऐसे किया होता है कि वो से मास निकाल रहे होते हैं. टेक्निकली इट इज रॉन्ग, बट फोर्स मीटर बेसिकली ये होता है कि इसके अंदर ये इस तरह रेक्टेंगुलर चीज होती है एंड इट्स इनसाइड लाइक दिस. Okay, so it's calibrated like this. यहाँ पर इसके ना इस तरह वैल्यूज होती है. एंड सो ऑन. यहाँ पर 0 होगा, यहाँ 5, यहाँ 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 45. The scale can be different, right? Now this is in newtons. और यहाँ पर एक हुक होता है. There is a hook over here. ठीक है? And there is a supporting stand over here. Now force meter, what you have to do is first, और यहाँ पर एक नीडल होती है. यहाँ पर ना एक ऐसी नीडल होती है which denotes के ये इस वक्त कितना इस पे mass कितना weight है. Now to figure out how you can use this force meter, you will have to check for the zero error. आप पहले इस पे देखोगे there is no weight attached to it. If there is no weight attached to it, so what you will do, you will check for the reading. If it is at 0, इसका मतलब there is no zero error. If there is no zero error, then you will attach a certain mass over here. If you attach a certain mass over here, तो क्या होगा? This reading will fall. Let's suppose if you attach a certain mass and it falls to this point, and this reading is corresponding to 17 newtons, right? If this is the case, तो ये जो हमें object है, if I attached a certain object like this, ठीक है, ये मैंने mass A किया है. This tells me the weight, not the mass. क्यों? क्योंकि this mass is being pulled downwards. क्योंकि ये hang कर रहा है ना, देखो ये hang कर रहा है. This is hanging ना, तो इसका मतलब there is something that is pulling this object downward, and that is the acceleration due to free fall. तो यहाँ पर it is pulled downwards due to Earth's gravity, right? So this force meter measures the weight of the object only, not the mass. ठीक है, ये बात, this should be understood and this should be memorized. So force meter, it measures, पेपर में पूछा हुआ है इसमें बहुत, ये जिस तरह मैंने बताया, it measures only weight. Okay, now for the next part, we have done this as well. Now he says define gravitational field as force per unit mass. अब देखो ये you have to memorize this. ये याद करना है ऐसे. You have to define, वो आपसे पूछेगा इस तरह. So you just memorize this. ठीक है? You will memorize this. And you should know how to use this equation. मैंने ये आपको यहाँ पर भी बताया. Now the gravitational pull जो है मैंने यहाँ पर बता दिया how you can use this force. ठीक है? This value of G. It is the ratio of weight to mass. ठीक है? आप ये इसको equation W is equals to mg. You should remember how to use this equation. W is equals to mg. And you अब ये देखो अगला part ये देखो ना इसने लिखा है and know that it is equivalent to the acceleration of T4. Look at this. तो जो मैंने बताया है you should understand this. और इसी तरह पेपर में पूछेगा. Definitions आपको बुक से याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है. I don't recommend it. आपने करनी है कर लो, लेकिन at the end of the day when you will look at the marking scheme, वो इसी तरह की definition लिखेगा जिस तरह syllabus में. So it's easier to memorize this because it's very easy and very straightforward and concise. So it makes it easy. और उसके बाद अगला पार्ट है दैट ग्रेविटेशनल फील्ड इज अ रीजन इन व्हिच mass experiences a force due to gravitational attraction. I told you earlier, इसने तो सिलेबस में बाद में लिखी, लेकिन चीज मैंने ये सारी बात आपको यहीं पे बता दी कि every object has a certain pull and due to that pull accelerates an object when it is hanging freely or it is falling. देखो जो हर चीज ऊपर रिवॉल्व कर रही है ना, when you will go in space physics, I will tell you, वो लास्ट टॉपिक है हमारा फिजिक्स का, बिल्कुल लास्ट टॉपिक है। लेकिन ये है कि you should remember कि every object which has a mass has a gravitational pull, right? हमारा mass बहुत थोड़ा है as compared to the size of planets. Mass of Earth is बहुत बहुत ज्यादा ना, हमारा तो बहुत कम है mass, 70 kg होगा, 60 होगा, 50 kg होगा। mass of Earth तो पता नहीं कितने kgs है, so उसका gravitational pull बहुत ज्यादा है। so ये चीज आपको पता होनी चाहिए। now I will pause the recording and I will like every one of you to ask any questions if they want to, and then I will solve some questions. Okay, read this question again. Okay, I will give you a hint. Use this formula, and this value, this is the value of gravitational field strength or the acceleration of free fall. Okay, Newton per kg or 9.8 meters per second square. It's one and the same thing. We call this as acceleration of free fall as well as gravitational field strength. Now he's asking for something else. It is related to this statement. No, again, you're wrong, Asadullah. You don't have to guess, Asad. You have to work it out. Ji, anyone? Ariba, Eba, Khushbak, Mozam. Mozam, आप बताओ. Mozam. नहीं, why? Everyone is saying D. मतलब देखो, मुझे चलो बताओ. Why are you saying this as D? Ariba का आंसर नहीं आया अभी. Ariba, you're wrong. D is not the right answer. Eba, you have done this. Eba, बच्चे, what is the answer? मैंने hint भी दिया that you have to use this formula. देखो, अगर gravitational field strength की value 9.8 दी है, he has given you some options and he's asking which pair of these values are correct. तो देखो, आप यहाँ से G को subject बना लो. If you make G as the subject, ये बन जाएगा weight divided by mass is equals to G. Now, if you incorporate these values, अगर आप इस पे देखो 10 divided by 9.8, यहाँ से आएगा 9.8 divided by 10, यहाँ से आएगा 98 divided by 10. मैं G की वैल्यू फाइंड आउट कर रहा हूँ ना, पेयर ऑफ वैल्यूज से. क्या मुझे बता सकते हो A पार्ट से क्या आएगा? क्या A पार्ट से 9.8 आएगा? पहले तो मुझे ये बताओ, do you understand what I did over here? Did everyone understood what I did over here?
Yes, sir.
अरीबा, आपको पता चला ये क्या किया मैंने? Right, so I've used this formula. Now the gravitational field strength of Earth is 9.8. Now these are some pair of values. I have to figure out which pair is correct. यही तो पूछ रहा है वो. Read the question carefully. उसने कहा acceleration, gravitational field strength of Earth is 9.8 newtons per kg, right? So he's asking A, B, C, D are 4 options, which tells us कि ये mass है और ये corresponding उसका weight है. Which pair is correct to get this value 9.8? ठीक है. So if I use this formula, W is equals to mg, and I make g as the subject, तो मेरे पास formula आ जाता है weight divided by mass. So if I look at part A, weight is 10, mass is 9.8, 9.8, तो मैंने 10 divided by 9.8 ही करूंगा ना g की वैल्यू फाइंड करने के लिए. तो g की वैल्यू क्या आ रही है? 10 divided by 9.8. ये तो कुछ 1 point something आ जाएगा, which is wrong. हमें तो 9.8 चाहिए आंसर, ये तो 1 point something आ रहा है. मैं इस पे देखता हूँ, ये आ रहा है 0.098, which is again wrong. मैं इस पे चले जाता हूँ, ये आ रहा है 9.8, which is desired. और 10 divided by 98, ये तो कोई 0.0 something कुछ आएगा, which is incorrect. So you are left with C. ठीक है. So ये थोड़ा सा आपको समझना है. There is single formula. You should know कि mass kg में होना चाहिए, और ये जो g है, this g, this is known as gravitational field strength or acceleration due to gravity. अच्छा, आगे चलते हैं. ये तो नहीं उसने ये हाँ जी, दिस 6, ये मैंने बताया. वो देखो, उसने सिर्फ कहा था in our syllabus, he told us that you have to state inertia is a property of a mass, right? The inertia of a body is its resistance to change in motion. देखो, आप जब ब्रेक लगती है ना गाड़ी, when you apply a brake, आपकी बॉडी, आप गाड़ी में आगे क्यों खुद जाते हो? मतलब खुद ब खुद आगे जाते हो ना गाड़ी में. क्यों होता है? क्योंकि you are saying to the car that you have to stop. बट गाड़ी क्योंकि मोशन में होती है, आपकी बॉडी खुद मोशन में है ना, वो कहती है कि मैं क्यों रुकूं, मुझे आप मोशन में रहने दो. तो बिकॉज यू हैव अ मास, वो उसको रेजिस्ट करेगा उस मोशन को चेंज के, वो खुद मोशन में आ जाएगी, खुद मूव करना शुरू कर देगी, इसलिए बॉडी आपकी आगे चले जाती है. राइट. सो इनर्शिया इज बेसिकली अ प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ अ ऑब्जेक्ट which resists to change in motion. अगर वो रेस्ट पर है तो it stays at rest. अगर वो मोशन में है तो वो मोशन में ही रहेगा. I will explain this again. देखो, अगर आप ब्रेक लगाते हो गाड़ी की, गाड़ी किसी स्पीड पर जा रही है, आप ब्रेक लगाते हो, आप आगे की तरफ क्यों जाते हो गाड़ी पे? मतलब आपकी बॉडी मूव क्यों करती है आगे? हालांकि गाड़ी के अंदर से थोड़ा निकल रहे हो आप, लेकिन खुद ब खुद आगे जाते हो आप. दैट इज ड्यू टू इनर्शिया. ठीक है. इनर्शिया क्या है? इनर्शिया ये है कि योर बॉडी रेजिस्ट्स द चेंज इन मोशन. आप गाड़ी को स्टॉप, आप क्योंकि गाड़ी मूव कर रही है, आपकी बॉडी भी मूव कर रही है गाड़ी के साथ उतनी ही स्पीड पे. तो व्हेन यू ट्राई टू टेक योरसेल्फ एट अ हॉल्ट, तो वो जो ऑब्जेक्ट है वो खुद मूव करना शुरू कर देता है, बिकॉज इट ट्राइज टू रेजिस्ट दैट चेंज. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज इनर्शिया. सो इसलिए यहां पर आ जाएगा बी. सिलेबस सही से कर लो कि बहुत आसान है. सिलेबस सही से नहीं करोगे, जहां मर्जी से पढ़ते रहे, आपको समझ ही नहीं आएगा. बहुत अच्छा सवाल है, बहुत अच्छा सवाल है. मैं आपको ना एटम का स्ट्रक्चर ड्रॉ कर देता. दिस इज अ न्यूक्लियस. ठीक है. यहाँ प्रोटॉन्स हैं, यहाँ न्यूट्रॉन्स हैं, एंड दिस इज द रीजन वेयर इलेक्ट्रॉन इज रिवॉल्विंग. ठीक है. इलेक्ट्रॉन्स रिवॉल्व कर रहे हैं इससे. राइट. होते पेयर्स में, सिर्फ समझाने के लिए कर रहा हूँ, पेयर्स में होते हैं, जैसा केमिस्ट्री में बॉन्डिंग में पढ़ा होगा. बट ये एक फिक्स्ड रेडियस में क्यों मूव करते हैं? ये निकलते नहीं है यहाँ से. क्यों नहीं निकलते? ओके, आई विल गिव यू दिस थिंग एज अ होमवर्क. मैं चाहूंगा इसके ऊपर मुझे आंसर बताओ आप. मैं आपके लिए छोड़ूंगा और ये मैं असाइनमेंट में भी दूंगा, राइट? Eva is saying B, gravitational force towards the nucleus. ये न्यूक्लियस है ना, सो कह रही है ग्रेविटी इस तरह खींचती है नीचे की तरफ. You're right. लेकिन I will give you this as an assignment. मैं आपकी क्लास में. Okay, you're answering the previous question. Okay. इस साल में आया ही नहीं. Okay, let me take out the other topics. Where is paper 2? Okay, let me take out the question. फिर हम उस पे आते हैं. Anyone has any question? पूछो, मैं उस का क्वेश्चन निकालता हूँ. Anyone? किसी का कोई सवाल? जो पढ़ा है समझ आया आप? मुझे कोई बता सकता है जो पढ़ा है क्या वो समझ आया?
Yes, sir.
What about others? Okay, I think I will upload some questions. इसके अंदर जो चीज है, I have told you about that. Okay, let me stop the recording.